I'm Jorie Hansen, and I am from Chicago originally, but I've lived in a lot of places around the United States. But I've been coming to Buttercup Farms since its inception. I used to come on my vacations and volunteer at the farm, so I have a long history here. Well, Buttercup Farms actually began with an idea. There was a young woman from Wisconsin who was anorexic, and her family had tried a number of ways to help her. She had gone to a clinic there and done some in hospital kinds of trying to restore. And finally, they tried this. A group of people out here in California rented a house in Martinez where she came to live. And these people were there with her 24/7. And pretty soon she was eating and actually working in a donut shop. It kind of proved that there was a need for a context, a group of people to help if somebody was going to be lifted from whatever their problem was in society. I started as a volunteer when I used to come and visit during my vacations, but I always kind of thought that I would come out here full time. And finally in 2006, I took early retirement from my job in Miami, where I worked for the school department, and came out here and gradually but quite quickly took over management of the farm. I'll tell a little story of somebody that I didn't know for very long. We had a woofer come from Montreal who actually had been born in Paris and was Senegalese. And he had spent some time with his father in Senegal, who did construction work before he moved to Montreal. He's an accountant in Montreal. And we had a terrible grape arbor. It was falling down. It looked awful. And with his construction skills, I thought maybe he can design one. And he sure did. He was here for about 10 days. He designed and built a beautiful redwood arbor for us. And one of the cool things about it was he had to dig deep holes in order to put the pylons in. And David, who's been on the farm for 20 years, knew about using a two-man auger. Abu had never used a two-man auger, and he thought he was going to have to dig those holes. But he and David got together, they rented an auger, and it was a new experience for Abu and a great opportunity for David to show somebody his knowledge. The slogan "People Growing" came from a gardener that we had here for 3 years who rebuilt the garden. He caught the spirit of the place. He taught us how to grow vegetables, and he saw that people were growing here as well as fruits and vegetables.